What's up, guys? We're here, Tour De Murrieta, day one, the crit. Jack Sweet Sips, he's got some bike problems, but he's gonna go fix that. I'm gonna go fix it. But yeah, it's gonna be a good race. First time, I think it's our fourth time racing. So yeah, it should be a good one. So gonna be out here. New circuit race course, a little shorter, gonna be way faster, I think. But first time racing the Pro 1-2 category, and yeah, let's dive in.
Alrighty, stage 1 of 2 at Tour De Murrieta. This is our first time racing the Pro category. We did race the 2-3s last year and did pretty good, but this is a whole new level. A lot of fast teams came out for this. And yeah, just a really fast and really aggressive race to start off the 2 days of racing.
Yeah, a lot of big teams that are doing Redlands come to Marietta as kind of like a warm-up / opener race. So there's some big teams, some big hitters, definitely. And this is like the first crit of the year that's like not a 4-lane open road. It's kind of closed off, a little more technical. Not like some of those races up in the Midwest, but definitely a lot harder compared to the usual SoCal races that we do. So it honestly made it more fun, but it was super fast. Like some of these gaps out of the corners, like you had to be glued to the wheel. So E, how are you feeling throughout the day?
Yeah, so probably the first like 20 minutes to 30 minutes, I was doing pretty good, staying out the front, felt good. And then just doing, trying to hold the wheel, trying to float at the front was pretty hard. So yeah, I ended up surfing back a little bit to like mid-pack. And as you can see here, I'm getting gap, doing 500, 600 watts. And yeah, it was really fast. It's usually really fast every year, but yeah, people were throwing down attacks, ice speed, competitive edge, racing. Yeah, they were they were bringing the heat. How are you feeling throughout this long race?
Yeah, we started at the very front, so that was nice. So the first like 20 minutes or so, we were kind of at the front. And yeah, I honestly like was not feeling super great. So I kind of slotted back and honestly slotted way too far back to like the very back of the field. And I was just like, yeah, I don't know. I was feeling it like the entire race and just kind of on the limit. So that was kind of rough. I wasn't really able to help you out much. And yeah, I was just like hanging on for dear life. But I don't know, it wasn't like, it was fast and hard, but like, I don't know, I just kind of didn't feel like myself. And yeah, but I was like able to hang on barely. But like out of these corners, like you're doing so much work at the back. So I should have like tried to move up. But yeah, I just kind of felt like I was on the limit the entire time. So kind of left you hanging by yourself. And you want to break down these last couple laps. There ended up being a break of 5 that snuck up the road. Were you like anywhere near that, or where were they?
No, I didn't really know that there was a break. We were going super fast, and like all the teams like ice speed, competitive edge, all of them were up there represented. And yeah, they just ended up rolling it for like 45 minutes. But I didn't realize there's a breakaway until like they had like 20 seconds, 30 seconds.
Yeah, but ice speed wasn't super happy with their guy in the break, so they were rotating to try and pull it back.
Yeah, but yeah, that breakaway was super cooperative with each other, so they just ended up doing some crazy turns, and they kept on getting the gap bigger. So in the last couple of laps, the breakaway was basically set to win, so I was trying to get up for the field sprint, trying to get in position. I was there with like 2 laps to go, but ended up getting swarmed because everybody was fighting for the corners, taking in like 3 wide all out. But yeah, so I ended up kind of just getting like shoved to the back. Should have fought for position a little bit better. But yeah, we ended up just sprinting it for like 20th. I was just in bad position, like and was pretty gassed at the finish. But yeah, that was how my end of the race turned out. Wasn't great, was looking for more, but yeah, it was overall a great race. Congrats to Eric Bruner, who actually won from the breakaway. He is a multiple time Pan Am and a national champion in cyclocross. And yeah, he ended up taking the win. And yeah, was our overall leader for the next day.
Post race, how are we feeling? How we doing?
By we, do you mean we or do you mean we? We, which we are we talking about?
Like your point of view.
All right. So listen, just a coach's critique here. Always coming at it. I want the boys to learn something. I want them to be able to take it into bigger and better racing because they've got so much potential, and I'm so proud of them. So number one, what we talked about was positioning and always being on a good wheel. That's something that's really important in crit racing, but certainly in road racing, mountain bike racing, any type of racing, it's always being on a good wheel, right? And so remember there was one time when you and I were kind of moving up, and I wanted us to go inside and take a wheel on the inside, and then there was kind of maybe not a guy who was coming backwards on the right side. And I was like, Eli, left, right? And like it just worked out. We went like this, right? So a little bit. Sometimes it's like you just want to be on my wheel or be with somebody else who's you trust, who's going to be moving up, right? So if you're not moving up, you're moving back, right? There's like a washing machine thing going on in the race, and so I feel like sometimes you and your brother got stuck behind it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I want to get you guys in front of that. I mean, you see I was holding good position throughout. Like, by the way, I'm not trying to flex there. I just happened to be that's where I was. But like, I think that would be something that would be really helpful for both you boys if we can stay in front of that. And one way, an easy, cheap way to do that is for you guys to pick a good wheel and to be on the. So I would like to be with you guys. Anyone on high speed's good. There's obviously Cormac and Keogh. There's other great bike riders in the race that you can count on that to be in the right space, right place at the right time.
Yeah.
How many years have you done Marietta?
We tried to count earlier how many times I've done Marietta, and I think it's over 15. It might be closer. Well, this is their 20th year doing it, and I know 2 years we were not here, but I think pretty much every year since it started, I was a Cat 4. Probably raced as a 4, a 3, a 2, and then the rest of the time there's a 1-2. One time as Masters a couple years ago with Gil, who runs Ice Speed Racing, and yeah, we were in there a minute or two.
Yeah.
How has the strategy changed over the years?
Yeah, okay, so originally the crit course here had an extra little L to it. So it was longer, and in fact one year we raced a square, but it was right turns, and it had like, anyway, long story short is we were Cat 3s, me and my buddy, and we somebody got a flat in the turn, and we ended up buddy hopping a hay bale or something like that. So the wind has always been a factor here on this course because of the way it swirls. So you always think of it like, okay, how can we stay out of the wind? We need to stay at the front because there's a lot of accordion going on. When you have long straights and narrow turns, so it's kind of like a rectangle instead of a square, what ends up happening is it stretches out, and then everybody comes back up in the corners, and they bunch up, and then you have to sprint back out of the corners again. So the real key, I think, is relaxing into the corner, come through the corner with everybody, hold the wheels out of the corner as they roll you up to speed, roll, and then going into the corner, you can slide up 10 or something like that. But little stuff like that makes a big difference in criteriums that are kind of like this with wind and long straights.
Perfect.
Awesome. See you tomorrow.
Dude, absolutely. Bros ride bikes!
Alrighty, guys. So we're here, bottle prep, and yeah, for this second stage of Tour De Murrieta circuit race. So it should be like 2 hours, a 2-hour race, and we'll be using flow formulas. We've been using their stuff, and we've been partnered with them for like a solid few years. And yeah, it's just awesome, really easy to digest, and love their flavors. And I'll be using orange. I think I'll go just 90, and then, or yeah, around there, just one bottle, and then the rest with water. Alrighty, guys, so like, we got like 15 minutes left, 20 minutes. Jack's bike's broken. Got like a terrible creak. Might be the free hub, but yeah, checked out. This might be too much. Alrighty, so stage 2, and the main thing about this year is that it is a new circuit race or a variation of the old one. And they mainly just add a climb, a like real climb, and they shortened it so that the laps are like 5 miles, a few miles. But yeah, it was a leg zapper of a climb, and you really just go up it, then go down, and then you're back on the old course. So yeah, it was like 10-15 minute laps, And yeah, we averaged like 26. So yeah, it was actually really fast. And yeah, we did it 13 laps, and yeah, a lot of times up the hill. Jack, how are you feeling?
Yeah, the hill was like 30 seconds to a minute, pretty full gas. It was also super hot on this day, so we were getting ice socks trying to stay cool. There was a feed zone, so but yeah, honestly, like I was kind of feeling the same as yesterday, just like not feeling myself, feeling kind of rough, but trying to keep a good mindset. And yeah, the climb, it was actually like a solid climb. It wasn't crazy hard, but yeah, I don't know, lap 3 we were going up and guys were just dropping the wheel. I got caught out of position, and then next thing I knew, like I was stuck chasing off the back, and yeah, no one wanted to work, and so I was just like solo, and it was a sprint point on lap 3, and so I just never got back on, which was a huge bummer. I was pretty discouraged, back-to-back bad days, but yeah, just trying to stay motivated. Eli, though, you had a killer ride in the main group. How was it up there?
Yeah, so I was feeling all right. It was kind of felt the same as the day before, but I was trying to just get over the hill and then try and recover and then push and hang on through the finish and all that straight, grab a few bottles. I think I ended up missing one, but yeah, I got a few feed, but they only did feed for like lap 5, 6, 7. There were sprint points on I think lap 6, so we only got 2 feeds, and that was on 5 and lap 5 and lap 7, and then we did 13 laps, so everybody was out of water for the last like 3 laps, and everybody was asking around for water, so everybody was just trying to keep it in reserves. And then yeah, there ended up being another breakaway with all the hitters in it, all the teams represented, and they ended up taking it to the finish. But as you can see here, we're going into the last turn, and I ended up started cramping like with 2 laps left. So I kind of tried to get in position, but didn't have anything for the sprint. And yeah, so that ended up for me finishing the day, and I ended up getting like 20th again. But congrats to Evan Larson, who made the breakaway and then sprinted for the win with Coach Brian, who was up there too from iSpeed. And yeah, just a awesome day out, and yeah, just a really cool race.
Thank y'all so much for watching. As always,
You know it.
Bros Ride Bikes.
SOS. SOS. Woo. SOS. I got you, yeah. SOS. Thought you was a threat. I do real life, do no tip and tap on the internet. We don't do that. See, I've been a threat and I've been a vet. Thought you knew that when I'm cashing checks. I don't owe no debts. I've been through that. See you, SOS. 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 See you, SOS. Need a life vest. Need no mic check. SOS. 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 See you, SOS. We don't talk checks. We get to it. We get to it, yeah, we do it, yeah, I go up. We influence, yeah, see me moving, yeah, I glow up. Every time I show up, I can flip my switch out. They act like they know us, but they know dog on big dog. Asking if it's still a flex, say they better go ask Booyah. Never think I'm gon' check, better pull up like woo. Come to place and I'm the best, I ain't worried about